Alrighty, everybody. Hopefully we're back. This is my first time streaming. Well, my first day. This is like my third time actually streaming. Hasn't got to work yet. First time I didn't get nothing. Second time I got video, no audio, and no chat. And this time, hopefully everything's working. I got video and audio, and chat is working. Um, Nobody's in there, and I don't know why. Well, I don't. I got two monitors, but they're separate computers. I got two iMacs, an iMac here, an iMac there. So I can't move my chat or I can't move Windows to this monitor. Um, I don't know if I can Bluetooth. I can AirDrop, but that's not going to work between the computers. Um, I can use. I got a plug-in on my OBS. I can connect my iPhone to a separate what do they call it, video capture device, and I could show the video for that through here. But I don't know how I'm going to get two computers to work. I guess go to no, I don't know. Like I said, we're going to work this out. um, I'm new to streaming, so and I'm new to Twitch. I'm mostly I'm mostly on YouTube, and I don't know how well this channel is going to do over here because Twitch looks like 95% gaming, um, and vloggers and a couple of cooking shows, but that's about it. I don't think cybersecurity and reverse engineering is going to be a big thing over here. Uh, we need a lot. The industry is short-handed, that's for sure. Um, it desperately needs new people. The problem is it's a difficult industry. Um, hate to be blunt about it. It takes a certain level of intelligence because literally, your job is nothing but problem solving after problem solving after problem solving. Um, Especially in my field, if you get into reverse engineering, as soon as you fix one thing, the next thing you run into, it's going to be a problem, and the whole day just goes like that. Your whole week, your whole month. That's every day you go to work. Um, Malware authors do not like you reverse engineering their malware. They know you're going to because it's your job. They go way out of their way to make it the longest process you ever do. They know you're eventually going to get there. No one's in chat still, but they know you're eventually going to reverse engineer it. But they want to make sure you put a lot of time into doing it. With Packers and code obfuscation and code caves, fake code caves, branches that lead off nowhere, uh, a whole bunch of stuff. And if you want to learn reverse engineering, you know, that's what you need to get into, reverse engineering malware. Now, a little backstory about the channel here. This channel is going to be for beginners. It's not going to be a tutorial channel. I'm not going to help you. And by help, I mean you ask a question and I give you the answer. You are not learning anything from that because you're going to ask a question, I'm going to give you the answer, and it's going to go in one ear through your head, not the other ear. And 5 seconds from now, you're not even going to remember it. You need to know how to solve problems. Forget reverse engineering. Forget assembly, Python, C, C++, whatever. Forget all of it. Your problem, your job is going to be one thing. You're a problem solver. That's all you're going to be. You're going to be reverse engineering malware or software, whatever it's like. because let me get that leads me up to my scenario. I'm not into security. I've been an independent security researcher for 28 years. So, um, no bragging here, but on a computer, I'm pretty lethal. And that came about back in 1986. Me and a bunch of my friends went out. We were young, stupid, dumb, you know, got into some trouble and everything. I ended up getting a felony out of it. I didn't think nothing of it. All right, I did my time. It's over with. Big deal. Nothing came about it. Well, 1996 comes around, and I end up getting my first computer. I'm like, this is cool. The internet thing, and all this stuff is cool. Me and my girlfriend at the time, we got into the internet. We got into gaming. A lot different than today. The first games we got into was Battlezone, and oh, I just had it on the tip of my tongue. There's another big one at that time. Um, Jesus, Quake. Yeah, Battlezone and Quake. We loved those two games, and I doubt they're around today. I don't know. Um, I think I've saw a couple of times like the last 5 years or so. I've seen maybe one or two people that did Quake, but yeah, Battlezone I think is definitely gone. But yeah, those were cool games. But anyway, this is I got into computer. Then I got out of gaming and everything, and then one day I got infected. I got a malware. I'm like, what the fuck? Screw. Now listen, that could have been the end of it. But the reason I got my computer in the first place, it was a gateway computer. It was 2 grand at the time in 1996, and it wasn't anywhere close to the power of computers today. So that tells you a lot. But I hit I played a lot of video poker back then, and I hit a lucky streak. I ended up getting 24 royal flushes, probably within about 4 months or so. Now, this is $1,000 to $1,500 at a time, depending on the jackpot. Because it's cumulative. It grows and grows and grows until starts out at 1,000, and it grows until someone hits it. I've hit some for 1,200. I hit some for 1,500. I hit some for 1,300 for 1,000. I've hit two back to back. I hit one, and as the person was paying me, I moved over to another machine while I was waiting for them to come. It was in a Green Valley grocery store, kind of like a 7-Eleven here in Vegas. But I moved over to the next machine because that one was locked up until they come and pay you and unlock it and reset it. And she came, unlocked it and all that, paid me and everything. But before she left, I hit another roll flush on the one right next to it. So yeah, it was a crazy time. But I bought it, and I ended up getting a piece of malware, and that kind of like thrashed my system at the time. So naturally I was pissed. Well, I had the money. That's the big difference. Everything could have ended right there. But I just went out and bought another computer, a little bit better one this time. I don't know, like a year. This is a year. This is like 1997 now that this happened. And so I bought another computer, and I like this is not going to happen again. I need to find out, and that's what I went. That's how I found out it was a malware. I went searching and everything, and all that, this, that, and the other, and spent time and found out. Oh, so I got infected. Well, how did I get infected? And so, and then I found out, and I'm like, well, how does it, you know, what is it? How does this thing work? Who made it? Obviously a company didn't make this or anything. I'm like, where is this stuff coming from? Who's making this stuff? And went down the rabbit hole, and one thing led to another, and that's how I got into it. Well, over the years, because malware was the first thorn in my side, you could say, that's what I focused on, was reverse engineering, basically. I reverse engineered software, operating systems, any executable I could find. It didn't matter whether it was for Mac or whether it was for Windows or what it was for. Um, if it was binary, I wanted to take it apart. So, um, around 2007, I would say, uh, I was on a, I was invited to this private security forum. It was malware-research.co.uk. And it was an industry forum. In other words, you had to be invited by the people in the forum to join this forum. It wasn't open to anybody. And I got an invitation to it, and I found out it was made up of all the antivirus companies, the research departments, and all of them. The head person that ran each individual one, Kaspersky and all of them. Um, they were in there and hung out, and researchers hung out in there. So it was all the researchers and everything. Most of them were industry researchers from different companies and everything, but this forum was a place where they could all, communicate with each other, know what's going on, because someone else might be seeing stuff that you're not and everything, so you could all keep up. And then, you as the head of your departments, you learn this stuff on the forum board, and then you could go back to your company and spread it out to all your researchers and everything like that, so everybody knows and everybody's up to date and everything. That's how the whole industry kept up to date on a lot of stuff, on what was going on all over the world. And but it was also made up of people like me, people independent for whatever reason. I was a unique case because I was the only one that had a felony, but that didn't bother them. My felony only bothered the industry because it's an automatic ban if you're a felon. Automatic. They don't care. I could have been the best everything. I could have been number one in forensics and reverse engineering and in everything. You name it in security, I could have been the best in every single category and everything. They see that felony on there, they don't care. Automatic ban. No questions, no answers. Shut up. We don't want to hear it. And it was, kiss of death, you could say. It was just automatic. But I didn't end up getting into the antivirus industry or security research industry, even though I was a researcher. Um, what this forum this forum led me to was, other connections, other networking and stuff and everything. And at some point, one point I got introduced to the right person, and it got me into the Department of Defense. Independent contractors for the Department of Defense. Um, they they get hired by the government, to make, whatever weapons, planes, anything. Raytheon is a DoD, and Boeing is a DoD. All these companies, uh, they get government money, lots of it, and it's it's a separation from the government. It's a denial. You know, Government can say, "Hey, we don't know what they're doing. They're an independent company. We hire them to build our planes. What they do other than that, we don't know." And that's how I got into it. They wanted me for my expertise. These Department of Defense companies, not all of them. There was three of them that I worked for specifically as a consultant. So in other words, I was an outside uh, contractor. I wasn't on their payroll or anything. So there's no direct ties. They got plausible deniability. If anything come up that I did, they're like, hey, he's an outside contractor. We hired him to do a job. He does the job. How he does it, we don't know. We don't care. You know, we hire for results. He produces results, and beyond that, it's none of our business. He's got his thing. We do our thing. We're paying for a service. We get the service. That's all there is to it. So, um, and that's how I got to be an independent security researcher and bypassed my felony, so to speak. But anyway, I spent, I've been in, as I said, been in it 28 years, but, um, the first, 13, 14 years of that was mainly hacking, doing a lot of stuff that I can't say. But I learned a lot. I learned a lot. And when I became a security researcher, I brought that over into my security researcher. And what made me unique was I was really dug into the underground, the Tor networks. And you know what? I'm not going to say those other uh, hidden networks, let's say. And there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them you guys don't even know about. The ATM network, all these ATM machines, um, they're on a public network, yes, but they're also on a hidden network. And the information that goes along that network is, um, is private. It provides information to banks, government agencies, the SEC, um, and other authority organizations, let's say, that tells them a lot about transactions and stuff that they would need to know if something, really happening and really was to happen seriously, and they needed to do some tracking down on where, certain transactions happened and all that stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of underground places out there. There's a special network for extremely high finance. In other words, when governments are exchanging money, like here recently, we want to send $6 billion to Iran, let's say. How do you do that? How do you send $6 billion all the way overseas to one country? Um, it's through a special network, and it happens with just a few keystrokes. And that's what this network is made for. It's made for extremely high volume money transfers between countries. That's it. No one else is on it. You can't do anything else. It's country to country. Um, and there's a bunch of other things that go on. But anyway, that's some of the, I won't say above water, and it's not underwater, but you know it's it's not the part of the ice cube that's above the ocean, or the dark net or anything below the ocean, but it's kind of like right there at the below the surface a little bit. Um, there's there's much other stuff that's deeper, other than Tor and what you guys know in the news and stuff. That a lot of people just don't know. People, it's 2024, and people think this world is crazy. Um, they don't know the half of it. Let's just say they they barely know the surface of it. But anyway, the industry needs people because there's just not a lot of people that can do these jobs, because a lot of the work um, is intense. It takes, like I said, don't want to be, uh, I'm not here to be insultive or anything to people, but it takes a certain level of intelligence, and I'm talking specifically about reverse engineering, but to follow to do this, you know, because there, I mean, I told you about the malware authors, how they obfuscate code, they pack code. Compilers screw code. Well, they optimize it. They optimize code to make it run quicker. And a lot of the assembly language that you're seeing in your monitor whether it's IDA or Hopper. I'm on Mac. I'm strictly a Mac user. Yes, I still reverse engineer Windows. I got VMs that run Windows in them. But here, let me show you. Let me bring you over. I got Hopper running here. This is Hopper, kind of like a Mac version of IDA, if you will. You can see I'm 58. Update subscription has expired. 58 new versions I've missed. I'll update it probably next month or something. I don't know. You can see I'm not big on updating. I do not. Another thing, people, and I don't mind saying this. It really doesn't matter because it's part of my work. Um, I don't run antivirus software. I don't run anything. My computer is wide open to the internet, and I'm an independent researcher. That's what I want. Well, I don't have any commercial software, let me say. I do have safeguards. I do have software on my computers and my network that monitors my network and knows exactly the kind it's profiled me. It knows what I do. It knows where I go. I go to porn sites. I go to a lot of places, um, bad places, but it knows my profile. It can identify, yeah, that's him. Yeah, he's doing that. Um, when something comes across it that it doesn't know, and this is because I made these programs. These are mine. And when it comes across something that's a little fishy, it lets me know because I want it. Again, because I need I need to look at it. I need to reverse engineer it and know what's going on. Sometimes, most of the time, it's just people trying to dox me, trying to break into my system. Nothing serious. Um, but there have been a couple times where it was very questionable people, let's just say. But yeah, it's fun. I like playing games. So yeah, I don't mind it. But anyway, I'll be covering this Hopper and Mac reverse engineering because I see that a lot on the internet. People always say, because everything's Windows, 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 and IDA, 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 IDA. I use IDA. I use Windows. I use Radar 2. I use Binary Ninja. I mean, I use a lot of stuff. Each one has their pluses and minuses for what they do. But anyway, this is long enough. This is my first one. My first time going live. My third time actually, because I'm trying to get things to work, and hopefully this has worked. And I got video and I got audio. Is anyone in chat? I got to figure out how to run chat. Nope, no one's come in chat. But um, hopefully, like I said, this video is live and it stores. The second video that didn't have audio, well, it didn't even save, and it took me a while to find out by setting in on Twitch where I have to turn that on to if I want my videos to automatically save. I didn't know that. I thought that like YouTube. I thought that was an automatic setting. But hopefully everything come out now. And now you guys know what the channel is going to be like. And like I said, this is going to be for beginners. It's called CyberSecJourney because this is a beginner's journey to learning security. I'm going to be here to answer, well, no, not to answer questions for you. No answers. I'm going to be here to guide you. You're going to have to find the answers yourself. And I'm going to do videos to show you such. Not really, how a beginner would do it because I know I have the knowledge. I know what I'm doing, but I'm going to show you the problems that you're going to run into and how I went about them. I know how I did it back then. I used search engine. I couldn't ask anybody, and all there was well, there wasn't Google. There were forum boards, BBS boards, and there were other IRC chat channels, and so it was a different world back in late '90s and early 2000s. But yeah, today we got Chat GPT, Google, Bing, a bunch of other stuff, and don't depend on ChatGPT. I can't even tell you how many times I correct ChatGPT, but for a quick search on something specific and you need the answer, instead of going down a rabbit hole like Google is, ChatGPT comes in handy for that. And I'll show you guys how I use ChatGPT, because I'm also a prompt engineer. So I'm pretty good at ChatGPT and telling it what I want from it and correcting it. But yeah, this is like a beginner's journey. And I'm going to do Hack the Box. I don't know if I'm going to do Try Hack Me because it's not, I don't know. Hack the Box is much better service in my opinion. But I'm going to do it, the free stuff. Then I'm going to get the VIP Plus account and we're going to go through all the machine. Well, no, I can't stream those. I can stream the retired machines, but I can't stream the up to date ones or the labs either. So, but we'll find something else to do besides that. But anyway, hope you guys liked the video. Um, I don't know if you can comment on Twitch or whatever, but subscribe, definitely follow and subscribe to the channel. Show me some love. I need to know whether reverse engineering can make it on Twitch or not. If there's people interested in it, but show me the love. Let me know if you guys are interested in going further with this, and hopefully we'll see you on a longer and more in-depth stream next time. Thanks for watching, guys.